Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Y2K compliant version of Norristown basketball. My name is Greg Fry, to bring you the first game of the 2000 year, January 4th. So we've had a big break, of course, with the holiday, the Christmas holiday, and I hope everybody had a good one. Now we will welcome you back for Norristown Eagles versus Souderton Indians girls basketball. The Norristown Eagles are 6-2, coming off of 2 victories over the Christmas break, one against Kennedy Kenrick and one against Plymouth Whitemarsh, a team that they have beaten twice this year. Now we will announce some of the starters here for Souderton. They will go with number 14, Rachel Paul, number 24, Nicole Dudak, number 25, Kristen Bostrom, number 31, Lindsay Wentz, and number 43, Janelle Bergandino. And now the Norristown starters are being announced.
Now starting for the Lady Eagles, number 11, Tamara Halsey.
There's number 11, Tammy Halsey. She's a 5'8" sophomore. Sasha Sims, another one of those super sophomores. She'll be wearing number 4, and she's also 5'8". Melinda Fife, the senior point guard, who's brought so much to this Norristown team this year. Leanne Moore, one of the most
number 34, Tamisha Johnson.
intimidating presence inside this year in this league. She has been so good. She's number 33. She's a sophomore. And Tamisha Johnson is the freshman at 6 feet. And she's also brings that intimidation factor into the middle. So now Norristown, like I said, 6-2, sole possession of second place in the Suburban 1 American League. Always trying to catch Cheltenham. And I talked to Coach Roger Jackson, the coach of the Lady Eagles, before this game, and he did say to me that they are looking forward to that February 1st matchup against Cheltenham, but of course you have to get through games in January, and of course you have to get through all of your regular season games. And he said his team is ready to make that drive towards the end of the year. And this is a team that that teams have to look at when they face them. They are going to be a presence to be dealt with. So like we said, Happy New Year to everyone. Welcome back. And it's nice to be back here at Norristown High School. We should have a good game on our hands. Lady Eagles coming off of 2 23-point outings for the opposing teams, holding both Plymouth Whitemarsh and Kennedy Kenrick to 23 points during that Catholic War Veterans Tournament. We want to congratulate them on their win, and of course we want to congratulate the boys on their Triangle Club victory here at Norristown Area High School. So we're just about to get underway here. Johnson and Wentz will go up. Tap goes to Souderton. Nicole Dudak will control. And she'll give to Kirsten Bostrom. Fife with quick hands, almost poking it away. All of a sudden we see that defense of Norristown only 10 seconds into the game, and we see how good it is. Bergandino with the jumper, no good, and Sasha Sims will push up the court. 3-on-1 for Norristown quickly. Fife was tricked as she was running down the floor, and Bostrom will get called for her first foul of the night. But right there, we see a fast break for Norristown. Souderton's got to try and control that. It's something that if Norristown can run the floor and run the length of the floor the whole entire night, this is going to be a long night for the Indians. Now Sasha Sims will go to the line to shoot 2. She misses her first attempt. And Sasha Sims, of course, one of the outstanding sophomores on this team, and there are 3 sophomores starting this year, a freshman in Tamisha Johnson and the senior in Melinda Fife. She really is the senior leader on the floor and the senior leader of this team. Sims is one of 2. And Norristown with a run in the first inning takes a 1-0 lead. Souderton trying to move the ball quickly, not letting Norristown converge on them, and they're going to go to Bergandino once again. Her shot is no good. She's 0 for 2 from the floor, and Norristown will push once again. Tamara Halsey now. She'll pull up for a jumper, and it's good! Tamara Halsey obviously not losing her touch over the vacation. 2 points for her. The inbounds to Bostrom, and Melinda Fife right on her. Kristen Bostrom's going to have a long night with Melinda Fife playing defense. And the Souderton team is going to have a long night with this Norristown defense. The turnaround jumper from Wentz is good, and Tamisha Johnson's going to get called for a foul. Good quick turnaround by Lindsay Wentz. Wentz, only a freshman. Good presence right there by her, excuse me. And two freshmen going at it at the center position. Wentz will try to complete the three-point play. Shot no good for her. Norristown rim's not friendly to her, and Norristown will get the ball. Norristown, in a game against a team that is not a powerhouse that they're going to have to deal with this year, is really going to have to be fundamental in this game. They're going to have to make sure they probably want to get out to an early lead and keep that lead and make sure that Souderton doesn't come back into this game. More than the Fife, a little bit too much English on that one, as it won't fall. Rebound in the hands of Nicole Dudak. And Melinda Fife's going to get called for a reach in there, her first of the night.
Foul Fife, the first, team second.
Coach Jackson pleading that it was just quick hands, but it wasn't. Inbounds to Wentz. She looks inside. Good hands from Leanne Moore to get to that pass. Good presence by the power forward right there for Norristown, Tamara Halsey now. Sims will try from three, and it's good! Sasha Sims with 4 points tonight. That's one of the most impressive things about this Norristown team. They've become a better shooting team, as we have a steal by Halsey there, but a block by Lindsay Wentz. That's something, that's what height will do. And then Tamara Halsey gets called for a foul right there. She was reaching in after she had her shot blocked. But going back to the shooting of Norristown, it's something that Coach Jackson has really wanted to work on. This was a team that had to hit shots from 5 feet and in last year, and now they have some girls who are confident in shooting this year. Fife wisely will back it out. Sims on the crossover, feeds Halsey. That jumper won't go. Good hustle from Sasha Sims, but Lindsay Wentz got to it first. She'll feed the Bostrom on the break. And the ball go back to Norristown. It's a turnover from Souderton. The Indians are going to have to limit their turnovers tonight, as you cannot give anything to this Norristown team. You have to be in single-digit turnovers to even have a chance of beating this Eagles team, and still then, you don't have a real great chance. Halsey will slow things down. Souderton in a zone. Fife on the jumper. She's 0 for 2 tonight. Tamisha Johnson there for the rebound, no good. Moore, good, and she'll go to the line. Good rebound by Leanne Moore. She'll go to the line to try and complete the three-point play. Lindsay Wentz is going to get called for her first foul of the night. As a freshman, she appears to be the real talent on this Souderton team. And it didn't even seem like it, but Norristown is up 8-2 with 5:18 left in this first quarter. So in the first 3 minutes, Norristown really coming out and establishing themselves, and that's something that you have to do in a game like this. The first league game after many, many days of vacation, the last game that the Eagles played in this gym was the last game we brought you, December 17th against Plymouth Whitemarsh, and that was a 31-point win for the Lady Eagles. So they want to get back on track and make sure they really start rolling here in January. This is the time when you want to pick it up. At 6-2, that's a great record, but you have to make sure, you'd like to be 12-2 after a few more games this month. Leanne Moore no good from the line, and Dudak will pick up the rebound. Now Rachel Paul will dribble up the floor. She's double teamed, and Tamisha Johnson's going to get called for a block. Number 2 on Tamisha Johnson.
Foul. Johnson, her second, team fourth.
So Johnson is going to have to come out into the game now. And coming in is number 44, Erica Deaver. Deaver wearing number 44. She's a junior. She'll move right into that power forward / center position. Shot way off right there, and Fife will push up the floor. Leanne Moore's jumper falls. Leanne Moore, one of the
Moore.
Best shooting power forward / center that I've seen in this league in a long time. She likes to hit that jumper from the top of the key. She almost had a steal there, and Wentz just got to the ball. Poked away, and there we go. Back the other way, Melinda Fife pushing. And a push off on Lindsay Wentz. So both freshman centers have 2 fouls right now. And now we're going to have a substitution for Souderton. It looks like it's going to be number 41, Suzanne Swartley, a senior, checking into the game. And Lindsay Wentz will have to sit for a little bit.
Fouls on Wentz, that was her second.
Sims from the corner. The toes were behind the line. Sasha Sims, 2 for 2 from three-point land. 13-2 Norristown. Not a bad way to open up the first half of the first quarter. There's a giveaway right there, an easy one. Sasha Sims, 2 more. Way too easy right there. Souderton really no idea what to do as they are being pressured too much to be able to do anything. Dudak being pressured, they are going to have a 10-second violation in a second, and we have a reach-in foul right there. No need for that, as Souderton had no chance of getting the ball up the floor before the 10 seconds allotted to get the ball over midcourt. And Erica Deaver commits her first foul. And of course, with a great defense, sometimes you're going to get called for those little reach-in fouls. And right there, Deaver did, and a great steal from Moore. Another turnover by the Indians. They just have no answer to try and get it off up the court. And Fife was blocked there by Dudak, and now Souderton will come the other way. They are a half-court team. They will not run. Good hands there by Tamara Halsey. Souderton really not the talent that can push it up the floor and can pressure Norristown in any way. And Norristown is a team that does like to push up the floor, get odd man rushes, and here we go again. Fife will just have to save that one. She'll give it back to Deaver. Her shot is no good. Ball into the hands of Sims, falling away, won't go. Souderton ball. Trying to beat the pressure and another turnover. Halsey will swing at the Fife. Fife drives baseline. Great feed to Leanne Moore, and that 3-footer won't go. But a great feed by Melinda Fife, and a lot of people saw that one. They'll try and push it up the floor once again, and that pass just is not working for the Indians. That's about their 6th or 7th turnover. Halsey trying to go all the way. Inside the Deaver, off of the Souderton player's hands, and it'll go to Norristown. Substitution in the game for Souderton, number 44, Tiffany Brown, getting her first appearance of the night. She is a senior. She'll check into the game for Janelle Bergandino. Erica Deaver will check out. Checking into for the first time tonight, number 22, Danielle Marshall, the sophomore. Fife, her shot off glass won't go. They'll kick it back out. Sasha Sims, a nice job of getting the rebound right there. Norristown's going cold a little bit. Still 15-2 with just over 3 left in the first quarter. Dudak now in trouble. And the call right there, we don't know exactly what happened. So now back to action. Bostrom push up the floor. Swartley might have walked right there. That ball's still in the air. Tiffany Brown, her jumper blocked by Leanne Moore. One of the best shot blockers, definitely the best shot blocker on this team right now, as she's the most experienced at the center position. A turnover right there, and we will go back Souderton's way. So no scoring in the last 2 minutes of this game. However, Norristown, when you put up 15 in the first half of the first quarter, you can kind of get away with not scoring for a couple minutes. Trying to feed inside to Brown, and Danielle Marshall blocks that pass. Like we said, it's so impressive to see this Norristown team. They've improved on their shooting. They've improved on the way they run their offense. But the one thing that is very impressive is that they play absolutely tremendous defense. They do not let you breathe on the defensive end of the floor. Somehow that shot will go. Rachel Paul just throwing up a shot. A couple of Norristown players just looking up in the air in disgust as they can't believe that one went in. Sasha Sims gets called for her first, the team's 6th of the night. Rachel Paul will go to the line to shoot 1. Paul gets it to go, 3 for her. She becomes the leading scorer in 5 seconds. Halsey feeds to Fife. Norristown trying to break that zone. Halsey's jumper for 3, and it's good. Tamara Halsey, a 3-pointer, the 3rd 3 of the night for this Norristown team, and they'll pressure once again. Just trapping the Souderton team. Now Dudak will try and break the press. Fife, great hands to get to that ball. She just couldn't save it. If she had about 2 more inches of real estate, she would have had a clean break to the hole. Unfortunately, she just couldn't get there. Tiffany Brown fighting with Danielle Marshall for that ball, and Brown wins the battle. Now Rachel Paul will slow it down. Underneath, Suzanne Swartley kicks it back out to Paul. She was trying to find something to do with it. Tried the interior pass to Tiffany Brown, and Tiffany Brown just does not have the height to catch an interior pass and turn with that. The big Norristown players inside, and it'll go back to Norristown. So 1:30 left in the first quarter, 18-5. Halsey, a way of breaking the press, just dribble right through them. Unfortunately, Danielle Marshall couldn't handle the pass right there. And Swartley's gonna take a nice stroll in the park. She had a clean break to the hole, and I think she looked up before she really dribbled that ball. She's kicking herself for that, as she knows she had an easy 2 if she had just put 2 dribbles on the floor and an easy layup. Back into a 2-3 zone for Souderton. They know they can't match Norristown man for man. Moore dribbles strong, and a block by Rachel Paul. That one went off in Dudak's hands, and we'll go back to Norristown. So a couple of shots blocked by the Souderton Indians. They are fighting after just being shell-shocked in the early parts of this game. Norristown trying to swing the ball over to Sims. They'll swing it back. Sims' jumper won't go. Melinda Fife, the smallest girl on the floor for Norristown, gets the rebound and the putback. So it only took her 7 minutes, but Melinda Fife gets her first 2 of the night. After some early shooting woes, she has 2. Norristown's opened up a 15-point lead. Ball's loose on the floor, and Rachel Paul will pick it up. Good swing over to Dudak, and she hits the jumper. Nicole Dudak with her first 2 of the night. And we're at 20-7. Norristown calling for 1 shot, and this will be the last one of the half. And now with 8 seconds left, Norristown's going to try and run their play. Halsey looking. Trying to find somebody, tries inside for Moore. And that play just wouldn't go, but that's the feed that they wanted inside to Leanne Moore. She just couldn't hit the layup. So at the end of 1 quarter, 20-7, Norristown Eagles, a great first quarter. They were led that quarter by Sasha Sims. She has 9. Early foul trouble for Tamisha Johnson. However, they have not needed her too much off of the bench tonight. She looks like she will be coming back into the game. Of course, Norristown would like to have such a talented center in the game. This is a game, however, that if she does not check back into the game, not a real problem for the Eagles, as they have, as always, they have 7 or 8 players that can obviously put points on the board and can play great defense. This Norristown team's so deep. Like I said, they use about 7 to 8 players every game in a good rotation. And if somebody does get in foul trouble, Coach Jackson and the rest of the Lady Eagles have confidence that they can put more people on the floor and that they can do the job. The 5 coming out for Norristown right now will be Fife, Sims, Moore, Halsey, and Marshall.